All right. You just kind of walk into the. All right.
What's going on, man?
Hey, chilling, man. How you doing? How you
Doing
doing?
good, sir. Welcome to the podcast. Hear
Oh,
my
definitely,
voice. All
definitely.
right.
I'm ready.
Justin Powell. Go ahead, have a seat,
Oh,
man.
definitely, definitely, man. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
So, man,
Oh man.
long overdue. Salute.
Definitely, 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 man.
Salute. Salute.
Yes, sir. Thank you
All
for
right.
having me, man.
Absolutely, man. So let's just jump into it.
All right, all right.
Talk to me about just how you got started, just rapping and in the
Okay.
music scene. What was that journey
Um,
look like?
like I've always been into music. Like it's always been like a part of my life. My mom and her sisters were like singers and stuff like that back in their day. And my dad, though he wasn't musically inclined so much, he's always been like an enjoyer of music. So like there's always been music playing. He
Mm-hmm.
had probably one of the biggest record collections that I've encountered, like growing up, especially. So it was just always around. So I just naturally gravitated towards it. Like music was always there in some fashion. Um, and it was just what it was. I want to say what really made me want to jump headfirst into the journey of being a musician was seeing Purple Rain.
Wow. What? Purple Rain.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I was 5,
Mm,
maybe 6 when that came out. But I spent the summer in Kansas City with my cousins, and they were all like teenagers. They were all like 10 years older than me,
okay.
maybe more than that. But Prince was a big thing.
Okay.
And I was there spending the summer with them, like that summer when it came out. So I kind of got drug into it. Like I wasn't even trying to go. I didn't even know what it was.
Right.
So I'm there, like 6 years old, watching all this stuff transpire, and I'm like,
Mhm.
this is what I want to do with my life.
So what was it? The music or just the performance piece that really got you?
It was a mixture of both.
Okay.
It was a mixture of both, but like the music and the journey even of it, like really spoke to my soul at a young age. Like it still does now.
Hmm.
But even seeing just where he came from, say the beginning of the movie
Okay.
to how it ended, just the journey of music and
Performance.
performing and seemingly getting better.
Right. You
Like
said
all the songs
seemingly.
are great, but like in the movie, like when he was in the very beginning, like nobody was, even though all the songs are great, don't get me wrong, but the way the story was told is that nobody was really digging what he was doing,
Okay. Right.
but there was that progression that led to
A point
Purple
where he was
Rain
accepted.
and all that.
Yeah.
And that stuck out to me
Hmm.
when I was younger. And, it's like music is the connector. The right song will make a difference. And I've kind of followed that through life.
Okay.
And I've been a massive Prince fan ever since then. Like I went home, spent the next 2 years begging my dad to buy me a guitar.
Okay.
And I started playing. I got my first guitar about 8,
Wow. So
and I've
you
been
play the guitar right now?
yeah,
I did not know that.
yeah, man. Like when you listen to like my music, I'm playing all that guitar, bass, the pianos, like all that. Like
So you play, how many instruments you play?
I'm probably like 5 or 6 that I feel like I can
Man,
play well.
you
Um,
playing. All right, give me the five you play.
guitar, bass, drums, uh,
Keyboard.
piano,
Yeah.
keyboards, that whole thing.
Okay.
So I guess maybe 4. Those are my main.
So at any time you can just get up and play any of those and kill it.
Yeah, yeah. You put
Wow.
me in a room in a situation, you put it in front of me,
Okay.
I can come up with something. Like I can comfortably come up with something. Other things I can still tinker around with and figure it out.
Figure it out.
But there's certain things that you can kind of put in front of me, and I'm like, okay, I know what I'm gonna do here.
Man, that's some talent, dude.
Oh,
That's
thank you,
wow. I did not
man.
know. All right.
Yeah,
So, uh, since the early age,
mhm.
all in the music, playing all these different instruments.
Yeah.
Um, what really launched you into getting serious about being a performer and musician?
Um, I feel like I was always serious. Like I said, I left
Even
that
at
movie
five.
theater.
Yeah.
I left that movie theater thinking this is what I want to do with my life in some capacity. I came home. I literally came back to Omaha, and I had two neighbors next door.
Mhm.
Well, there was a family of neighbors, but it was two boys in particular. And we started a band.
What's
You
the name of
know,
your first band?
Illusion of Funk.
Illusion of Funk.
Funk. Yeah.
How long did it last?
I think that core unit lasted a good 4, 5 years.
Really? And you performed in Omaha?
Um,
Right. I'm trying to
like
remember.
not real performance.
Okay.
But like we would do like neighborhood performances. Like
Okay.
my mind has always been like a bigger picture kind of person.
Yeah.
It's always been kind of, I don't want to say a visionary, but I always had a vision.
Right.
So, we would put our handful of songs together, and then we would start going door to door and charging the neighbors money to come watch us perform like on our porches.
Shut up.
But like that's, and we lived
And they
in,
came?
and they came and they paid the money to come see us.
How much I charge?
We were charging like 50 cents, $1, but
Dang,
it was
that's
like,
wow.
but we had the spirit,
Yeah.
the hustle, the entrepreneurship of
Right.
it, that you should come pay to hear us do
So
these
what was the
songs.
max amount of money y'all made? If you
Oh,
remember, I know it was a long time ago. Or
I
maybe
don't even remember.
how many people ever showed up?
We probably, I think the biggest we had was like 15, 20 people.
Wow, that's good. And y'all were
Yeah.
how old?
6, 7,
Wow.
but like,
And y'all wrote your own songs?
yeah, like
Man, I'm blown away.
like in my young mind, I wanted to be Prince. So I wanted to write my own songs. I wanted to play my own stuff.
Wow.
I wanted to be that.
Be that guy.
But like at that point, I was only a guitar player. Like
Yeah.
I had guitar, my friend Ben. He was do drums and this and that, and we would. But there was a period of time where we didn't even have like instruments. And I remember there was one neighbor on the block that would always tease my mom because we didn't have a drum set, but we had like pots and pans and buckets, and we would set up, and whatever would keep a rhythm, and we would do that and go out and sing and dance and do whatever we felt we were supposed to be doing to these songs we had written. But that was a memory that stayed with people because then they would see, as we progressed into teenagers, and like I was continually working and doing stuff and playing and performing and whatever. But people like from that neighborhood, most of who are no longer with us, but they would, for years they remembered like us and the things we were doing.
Y'all planted a seed. Y'all
And
started
that,
something.
yeah,
Shifted their minds.
yeah.
That these
And I'm
kids
like,
could do something like that.
and I didn't think about it. Like I look back on a lot of stuff now and like, wow, we were really doing something
That was cutting
amazing.
edge.
Yeah.
You know?
But
Revolutionary.
back then I was just like, I want to make the music. I want to share the music with the people.
Wow. All right, everybody, this is Justin Powell.
Hey, how you doing?
Let them know where you get the name from. Your show name. What is it?
Flames.
Flame?
Well, it's just Flames because the P is free.
Okay.
The P is still free.
But it's spelled
PFLAMES.
Okay.
And that was kind of like a whole transition. Like, my name is Justin Powell. I've always been called JP.
Okay.
In like the mid late '90s, I started getting heavy into hip hop and producing and doing stuff like that. And there was like this whole mid late '90s like Johnny Blaze era from like New York and Method Man and all these things.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kind of came from that, from Johnny Blaze to James Flames, and that's where I started at.
Gotcha.
But then there was just too much confusion with that because people would assume like I was actually named James, and there was other things like that. But it really started as just like a joke in my bedroom, But like when people would come over to like listen to beats or whatever, and they would just start calling me James Flames because it's JP and yada yada yada, and it just ran with that. But then like people would, call me that in public because that's what it was, an association thing, and like, but then I'd be out and about and people would be calling me James, and I'm not even realizing they're talking to me. because that, isn't who I am. So I just kind of cut it down to flames and this and that. But funny story about that. One of the same
Before you tell that
dudes.
real quick, I'm
Yeah.
going to take a quick break.
Yeah.